Welcome back to the channel. My name is Shackington. Today I've got a new desktop GAN charger to show you. So this is the Podix. This is a 5-port charger hub with 2 retractable cables built in, and it also has a smart LCD display so you can monitor all of the outputs. I'll link to this down in the description. UGREEN did send this over to me, but this video is not sponsored by them. They have no input on this video, and these are all my own thoughts and opinions. And I've never actually used any of this brand's products before, so I have looked at some of their stuff on the website, and this new hub that they've got is kind of very different to all of their other accessories. So let's get this unboxed, we'll take a look around, and we'll see what it can do. So we have some documentation, a cable to plug it into the wall. It looks like they've sent me the US cable. When you buy this, you can actually choose the cable that you get with it. So you can get a UK or an EU charger cable, depending on where you are in the world. And this is just a standard figure 8 cable, so you can also swap it out with another one that you might already own. Then we also have the Podix charger itself. And tucked away in here, this is the silicone mat that the charger can sit on. Now this has a very sticky base, so you can stick it down to your desk. You can see it's sticking to my fingers there. All right, so the Podix has this like very cube-like shaped design, and it also has a magnetic base, so I'll show you that with the silicone pad. So you can pop this down on your desk and stick it down, and the magnets live at the back, so let's pop it down, and yeah, you can feel like the magnetic pull as it sort of like locks it into place, and you can rotate it onto its side, onto the left or onto the right, as there's magnets on the sides as well. And this pad isn't like permanently stuck down, like it can peel up again and it does still have the stickiness on the back. So let's go around the port situation. So we've got 5 USB ports in total. We have the C1 port on the front. The C2 and the C3 are both retractable cables, and they retract out to 80 centimeters. Very useful, as you always just have a couple of cables there ready to use, and they retract and hide away when they're not needed. Of course, there is always the worry that, you know, a built-in cable might just stop working and then just become useless. So we'll have to see how this holds up over time. If you are watching in future, then drop a comment below and I can give you an update. And then back on the front, we have 2 USB-A ports. Now, I'm going to say something controversial, but I don't think that we need 2 USB-A ports in 2025. Honestly, I think even just having one is too much. Personally, I would rather the whole thing be USB-C, but I know that there are people that still use USB-A cables, so okay, we can compromise and we can keep the one, but I don't know, I do think that 2 is just unnecessary for me personally. I've pretty much switched everything over to USB-C now, so yeah, I don't think I'm going to get much use out of those. Then on the back, we have the figure 8 connector. So I'm hoping that this is going to work with a spare UK plug that I've got. I mean, we'll find out in a minute. So also just give it a quick measure up. So it's about 8.2 centimeters deep, 7.5 on the width, and also 7.5 on the height. So not quite a perfect cube. And we'll weigh it up. It's about 458 grams. So we'll plug it in. We've got an upside down UGREEN logo, and we're greeted by a cute little emoji face. And I'm wondering if it will... Okay, no, it doesn't rotate the display if you rotate the cube. So this has a 1.54 inch display, and this is going to show you all of the power consumption information. We also have a button on the front, so I'm guessing that will cycle through the different display pages. So we have this main one with like the emoji face. You can tap it to switch to, I'm going to guess that's the total wattage when you've got things plugged in. And again, another tap shows us, it's a little bit dim here because of my bright lights, but that shows us each individual port. And then one more tap takes us back to the main screen with the cute little emoji face. And it looks like it just sort of cycles through a few different things there. So again, this has a maximum total output of 140 watts, but each port itself has its own different maximum. So the C1 port on the front is the fastest port. This gives you a max output of 140 watts. And UGREEN says that can get a 16-inch MacBook Pro to 50% in just 25 minutes. Then both of the retractable C2 and C3 cables are 100 watts max, and it does also have that printed on them. And then both the A ports top out at 30 watts. And all of those values are printed on the various different ports, so you don't have to remember them. But just note that that is the maximum output of each port when used individually. As you start like plugging more and more things in, then things start getting a bit complicated. So for example, when you're charging two things with the C1 and then either of the retractable cables, they both get up to 70 watts each. When using both of the retractables, the C2 gets up to 30 watts and the C3 up to 100. When using any C port plus an A port, the C will get 100 watts and the A will get 30. And then when using both of the A ports together, they'll both share 15 watts. Then that goes all the way up to using all 5 ports together, where the C1 will get up to 20 watts, the same as the C2. The C3 will get up to 80, and both of the A ports will share 15. So that leads to a total of 135 watts when using all ports together. And I know that does kind of sound a bit complicated and difficult to remember, but they have actually put these little pictograms on some of the ports. So for example, on the C1, we've got a phone and a, well, it looks like a laptop little icon. So, you can use, that port for either. Then on the C2, we've got a phone icon. On the C3, we've got a laptop. So when you are using multiple ports together, you've got those little diagrams to sort of help you know which port is going to get you the maximum possible output. So let's plug a few things in. So I have an old MacBook here. This is a 2016 Touch Bar Mac because my current one is plugged in to that monitor behind me. So I'll use the retractable C3 for this. And what's nice is you don't have to use like the full length. You can sort of retract it in and then pull it to stop. So it works basically like a seat belt. Let's plug this bad boy in. Okay, so this whole time I've been showing it you with the display upside down, and I've just read the manual and I found out that if you triple tap the button on the front, it will rotate the display by 90 degrees. So that's nice. And if we go through onto the second page, we can see the current output is 54 watts. This MacBook is pretty much dead, so it might take a while to get up to the maximum. And we can also go onto the last page and see all the ports, and we've got nothing else plugged in. So let's just keep plugging stuff in and see what happens. So I'm going to plug the iPhone into the C1. So as you can see, I've plugged it in and it started to tick up at 19 to 21, 24. This phone is at 67%, so it's not going to fast charge at its fastest speed anyway, as most tech will only fast charge for that first sort of 50% or so, and then it tapers down to preserve the health of the battery. And in this particular configuration, using the C1 and the C3, both of these ports will top out at a max of 70 watts. Now I've also got my iPad sitting just off screen, so we'll use the other retractable cable for that. And that is sitting at 19%, so we'll see what happens. Okay, that's plugged in on the C2, and we can see it's starting to tick up. Now, when you're using all of the C ports, the C1 and the C2 both top out at a max of 20 watts, but the C3 still gets up to 100. So you will see on the display here that the C1 and the C2 with the iPhone and the iPad won't go above 20 watts. And the C3 is hovering at around 54 for the MacBook. And I can't actually remember what the maximum wattage of a 2016 Touch Bar Mac is, but it is pretty old, and I'm not even sure if it can even hold a full charge anymore, so I'm not expecting it to go much higher. Now, when we're on this like multi-view page, you'll see that the little emoji face has got like a shield icon. The Podix will smartly allocate power as it's needed, but it's the device that you plug in that requests the power that it needs. So it will distribute the power as it can based on how many things you've got plugged in. So let's go for a fourth device, and I'm gonna have to try and find an A cable. I do have this, which is the old USB-A Apple Watch charger, so we'll plug that in. Now my Apple Watch is pretty much, I think it's like 100% charge, so yeah, this isn't going to really request much power at the moment. We can see on the display that it is not even requesting a watt right now, it's less than 1. Now we've got one more A port left, so we might as well go the whole hog and use all of them. And the only thing I've got close to me is this, so how about this for a blast from the past? This is a first generation iPod Touch. Now the reason I've got this is, if you've seen my other videos on the channel, I do like to do like retrospective tech videos on old tech, and I do want to do one on the first gen Touch soon. But yeah, I've got like an old dock connector cable here, so let's plug this in as well. Look how big this cable is. Like, can you believe we used to use this? Oh wow, that's a really I couldn't remember what that used to sound like. Did it used to sound like that? Wow, okay. So yeah, now we've got 5 things all plugged in at once. Everything is lit up on the multi-view, but because some of these things are already charged or they're over halfway, they're not going to be drawing the full amount. So we're currently sitting at 80 out of 140 watts. Now, having 5 things plugged into one USB cube hub like this is definitely more space efficient than having a bunch of things plugged into 5 different power bricks. So if you want to save some plug space, then this is going to be the way to go. With 140 watts max output, then this is going to be, I'd say, enough for most of your daily tech. You know, if you've got one large MacBook to plug in and charge, or say a phone and a tablet and, I don't know, maybe some AirPods as well. You've got enough wattage here to charge everything all at once. And these things, like a smartwatch, draw barely anything at all. Honestly, I really cannot see myself using the 2 A ports. Most of the time, I will be sticking with the C ports. Using all 3, you'll get 20 watts plus 20 watts plus 100 watts. So that's not the fastest possible output from each port, but that's still a good amount for the type of things that most people are going to be plugging in. So yeah, that is the Podix by Joyroom. It's a fun little desktop accessory that helps save on some plug space. I mean, it certainly is different to some of the more boring USB hubs you can get. This has some character with the fun little animated emojis. The UI looks clean and it's easy to read. I do really like having the 2 retractable cables as they're just always there when you need them. You don't have to go hunting for them. The only thing that knocks it down slightly for me, as you've probably guessed, is the 2 A ports. I really just don't need 2 A ports in 2025. I'd rather that they all be C ports, but I know that's going to upset some people. So, you know, we can compromise and we can keep one of the A ports and turn the other into a C. And just a small thing, I'd love to see this in like a matte white finish. I think that would look like super slick and clean. But overall, it's a great USB hub. You've got enough power to recharge your power banks, earbuds, a tablet, and just have them ready to go when you need them. The Podix comes in at £120 or $160. Links are in the description. Let me know what you think in the comments. The Podix is definitely different to some of Joyroom's other chargers, so I would like to see more accessories from them in this kind of style. I think it's kind of fun. I've actually got quite a few new accessories on my desk now, so let me know if you want to see an updated desk setup video. I can definitely do that. And I've got lots of videos planned for 2026, so get subscribed and hit the bell to see those. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.